Up next, the Celtics taking on the...
This ain't revenge.
Hi, everyone. Time to get into it. NBA action on 2K Sports. This is Kevin. And Stan, it seems like the key matchup tonight is down inside in the paint.
Oh, yeah, Kevin. Expect this one to be really physical. If either team backs down, they can just get run over tonight, but I don't expect that to happen. It's going to be a slugfest.
We love those kind of games. They're a lot of fun.
You aren't kidding.
And now the opening lineup for Boston. And in the front court, Brown and Tatum. Holiday in the backcourt. To his side is White. And it's Porzingis in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. And here comes Brown, leading the fast break. Outside Holiday. Back to Brown. To the inside. And Porzingis gets it to go on the assist by Brown. Porzingis has got his team on the board to start the game for Boston. Gilgeous-Alexander against Holiday. Outside Williams. And it's Gilgeous-Alexander missing. The Celtics on offense. Brown kicks to Holiday. No good with the triple.
I can't believe he missed that three. Regardless, that's not a shot the defense should be giving.
It's Dort on the wing. Outside Williams. Fires away from way outside. That shot, no good.
And I thought that was going to drop. It looked good from here.
Here we are sizing up GA Jalen Williams, and his shooting has got to be his biggest strength.
Absolutely. He's great at spacing the floor for his teammates with his catch and shoot abilities, but he's equally gifted shooting off the dribble.
With the floater, here's Dort. And again, Oklahoma City, no good. Boston's gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. Brown kicks to Holiday. And again, Boston with the triple.
You got to respect the range of Holiday if you're the D, showing he can hurt you from that area.
Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. That one drops for him.
And that ends the struggle. You could feel the tensions in the building with each miss.
Yeah, and sometimes that's just how it goes. But also, we got to give credit to the defense. They're not making it easy out there.
Brown feeling it out a bit. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Porzingis. That's a miss. He's made one and missed one. And so it's Dort with it. He brings it up for the Thunder. 6-point game. And good that time.
And good work inside. SGA will make more room for himself on the perimeter when he can be effective down low.
Yep, that one goes.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Once he gets in deep on the defense, there is no way he's missing a layup like that.
And Mark Daigneault calls timeout. And coach has decided they need a moment to talk things over. Now about 3 minutes gone in the first quarter. Outside, Gilgeous-Alexander. Bucket is good. Gilgeous-Alexander's got 6.
And moving with such speed, the quickness of SGA's drives, something to admire.
Tatum against Holmgren. And Stan, as he enters his prime, Jason Tatum is shooting to become the face of the NBA.
Yeah, and Kevin, he knows winning is the key. For a star player on a great team, learning that balance, when to take over and when to set up your teammates is a big part of it.
And it's the attention to detail that sets Tatum apart from most players in our league. And he's not going to miss that sort of an opportunity from deep.
Holmgren against Tatum. And the rebound goes to the Thunder. Outside, Gilgeous-Alexander. The shot goes down and he gets this game back to even. 8 points for Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. Boston's gone 2 or 3 from deep so far in this game. And let's head over to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin, the Thunder are young, but they figured out how to win. Defensive ace Lou Dort talked about their chemistry. He said nobody cries about shot selection or anything like that. We know what each player can do. We just really want to see the team win and succeed. Kevin, you see that in their play.
Don't you, David? Every single game, pulling in the right direction. Here's Williams. Jason Tatum grabs the board.
Wow. Missed the easy one right there, right at the rim, but came up empty.
Thunder have gone 5 of 9 from the field here in the first. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
Nice work to get it inside and draw the contact.
This is his first free throw of the game. Stan, you talk about a stacked roster. It's hard to find many weaknesses for the Celtics.
Yeah, Kevin, there's a reason the Executive of the Year award went to Boston's front office last season. The Celtics are built right, and they're built to last.
Pass to Gilgeous-Alexander. Tipped away. Porzingis with the steal. And a fast break now for the Celtics. Now Tatum. Porzingis with a screen on Holmgren. Tatum passes to Porzingis. The kick out to Tatum. It's good. He scores. That's his first basket after missing his first 2 attempts. Now 1 for 3.
That's what makes Tatum so dangerous. Offensively, he doesn't need the ball in his hands to be effective.
That one goes in. Gilgeous-Alexander's got 10.
And there it is again. On a lot of their possessions this first half, they've established great inside position.
Tatum, and slam dunk by Tatum.
And the defense hates to see it. Tatum putting on a little bit of a show with that jam.
Dort kicks to Gilgeous-Alexander. Porzingis with the block. Here's White, and some nice defense there to end the quarter. And so it looks like the Celtics will retain possession here. Jrue Holiday has been on display for Boston. He notched 8 points in the quarter and has that terrific basketball instinct on display. And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter of action so far. When you consider how the Celtics are doing, guys, what jumps out to you stats-wise?
Throughout that first, they just were aggressive on the defensive end, showing active hands.
Yeah, this defensive game plan is working very well, putting constant pressure on the offense and forcing a lot of mistakes.
On the floor for Boston, White in at shooting guard, with Brown playing small forward. The post pair, Tatum and Porzingis. And it's Holiday in at the point guard position. Tatum against Williams. Right side Holiday. Tatum wide open, he fires one. There's 3-pointers off the mark.
And even without that 3-ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play. Now that's some hang time. What a pretty double clutch move.
Agreed, Greg. You can afford to get fancy on your way up when you've got that kind of space. White dishes to Brown, and the foul called on Jalen Williams. That's his first foul. First team foul. Brown outside. A special move before the shot. And the Celtics lead by 4.
Look, Brown's a great athlete. I love to see him work inside.
And Greg, we were talking Jaylen Brown making the 2023 All-NBA second team. That was big for him, wasn't it?
Yeah, Kevin, it made Jalen eligible for the Supermax, signing for that 5-year extension in July of 23. At the time, the largest contract in NBA history.
And Mark Daigneault calls timeout here. Wants to regroup and go over the strategy. Aaron Wiggins, he's checked in for Hartenstein. Boston leading by 4. Tatum down low. He's against Wiggins.
And how about that show of confidence from Tatum? He really excels at playing above the rim and taking that one home.
It's White on the wing. Back to Tatum. Oh, good on the triple.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
And the basket by Gilgeous-Alexander.
On a dime, Shea got right where he wanted for that shot.
Here's Holiday, and he finishes nicely on the layup. Holiday's got 10 points in the game.
The coach loves seeing chances from that range. Work that inside area.
Gilgeous-Alexander with it. Now guarded by Tatum. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. Greg, seems like we always talk about Shea Gilgeous-Alexander's offensive side. But when it comes to deflections and steals, his defense, he's one of the best.
Yeah, his two-way ability is sometimes overlooked in the mainstream media. But people in the know how good of a defender he is.
Gilgeous-Alexander against Holiday. The kick out to Tatum. It's rebounded by Oklahoma City. Now it appears an injury out on the floor, and that does not look like any fun.
And that's the one thing you just really can't control or even guard against, and that's injury.
Yeah, teams do everything they can to protect against it, but at this point, all you can do is hope he's not gone for too long.
Hartenstein's checked in for Wiggins. Williams is checked in for the Thunder. Thunder trailing by 3. Williams inside. He's covered by Brown. Holmgren gets the bucket.
And great job from Holmgren. I like when he shows confidence attacking inside.
Outside Tatum. Now about 3 minutes gone in the second quarter of basketball. Porzingis. And the dunk by Porzingis.
Oh, and he went for the two-hander on the slam using some muscle.
Some urgency from him there, sure. It's time now to hear from our Hall of Fame reporter, David Aldridge. What's the latest, David?
Kevin, Lou Dort makes his bones at the defensive end. Shea Gilgeous-Alexander says, I always try to test myself against him in practice because he's the best of the best. And Coach Mark Daigneault said, I look at him more like he's an artist. We can shift him anywhere. There's no one he can't guard. Kevin?
David, he is a beast. Wow, thank you for the report. Brown, the pass to Holiday. The shot's good. Brown making the play. Brown's got 3 assists now in this one. And the league giving a bit more leeway, GA, to defenders. As a hard-nosed defender yourself, I'm sure you like that change.
Oh, I do. I mean, we all love the intensity of playoff basketball. So I bring a certain level of physicality to the regular season.
And a look at how the hustle game has been going for the Celtics.
Well, their defense has been really impressive, especially the number of blocks they've managed to get. It's not easy to keep denying guys at the rim.
On top of that, they're creating turnovers and taking advantage by converting on the offensive end.
Let's get an update on Aaron Wiggins. What's the latest, David?
Kevin, I caught up with the head athletic trainer for Oklahoma City. I'm told that he has a sprained finger, and right now they've got ice on it to try and help with the swelling. He's definitely out for this game, and they said there's a chance he could miss a few more games as well. We obviously hope it's fewer games, Kevin.
David, thanks for checking in. On top of it is all.
It's interesting. Even with the advancements in strength and conditioning, injuries continue to impact the game.
Well, this is a high-impact sport, and the league continues to get bigger and faster.
Now here's Tatum. He has 7. Pass to Brown. Rebound by Williams. Thunder trailing by 4. Outside, Gilgeous-Alexander. Driving the lane. It falls for his 7th bucket of the contest. He's 7 for 9.
And he knew the contact was coming. How about that by SGA to take the hit and finish?
And one of the most respected players in the NBA is Jrue Holiday.
Yeah, Kevin, he's a 3-time Teammate of the Year award winner. He's also a Sportsmanship Award winner. He is a pro's pro.
All 3 throws good from Jrue Holiday.
I'm sure they don't want to send him to the line. That has to be in their scouting report.
That's it, and the Celtic lead is cut down now to just 2 points with that basket from Williams.
Yeah, he makes it look so easy out there. The game comes naturally to him.
Here's Holiday. 15 points in the game. The wide open look here for Porzingis. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. Porzingis has got 5 points in the quarter.
The reflexes on Porzingis can surprise you. For a big, he plays with great quickness.
Gets the 3-pointer to fall.
Matching baskets from the perimeter, an earmark of today's game.
Yeah, sometimes you get in a shootout like this, but you just hope that you can get a stop first.
Porzingis with a screen on Williams. Tatum kicks to Porzingis. Clock at 6. Tatum on the wing. The 17-footer. And again, it's Boston converting.
Yeah, the more he knocks those down, the more confidence this coaching staff's going to have in him.
There's Williams with the 3, and some good action through the first 2 quarters as we reach halftime. It's the Celtics up 4. And for 2K Sports, we'll be back here at Paycom Center right after this. And as we get into this 3rd quarter, as we've seen so far, neither team able to create much separation on the scoreboard yet. You know, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander has been exceptional here tonight, guys.
Yeah, and just look at the numbers from the first half. He has been very efficient.
Yeah, it's not like he's getting everything at the rim. He's playing smart and just taking what the defense gives him.
Gilgeous-Alexander on the wing. He's paired with Williams. Williams is out there with Chet Holmgren. And it's Joe in at the 1. That's the lineup in the game for Oklahoma City. And Gilgeous-Alexander's got the ball here for Oklahoma City. They trail by 1. It's Williams, high post. Here's Holmgren. That puts them in the lead. That's 7 points for Chet Holmgren.
And the big man has touch as well. Holmgren has guard-like hands.
And a minute played as the second half gets going. And Holiday kicks to Porzingis. Off target with his 3.
Well, the defense got lucky there. More often than not, he's making that shot.
Joe passes to Williams. And it's Gilgeous-Alexander in the corner. Lets it go from deep. And the Thunder, another 3.
And this is SGA's role. He's out here to score and score often.
The kick out to Tatum. Looks for Holiday. Gets it to him. Nice ball movement by Boston. Porzingis against Holmgren. And too much time in the lane. They get called for the 3-second violation. And Mark Daigneault calls timeout here. Looking for a breather. And maybe just 1 or 2 things to talk about. Now the Thunder with it. It's been 8 unanswered points for them. Greg, everything they're doing is working right now.
Good run they have going right now. The momentum is huge.
The shot's good. Gilgeous-Alexander making the play. Gilgeous-Alexander's got 4 assists in the game. Outside, Porzingis. And the dunk by Porzingis.
Really unacceptable letting Porzingis get that kind of positioning. Once he's established, it's over.
Williams kicks to Holmgren. Here's Joe, guarded by Holiday. And it's Gilgeous-Alexander missing. Celtics trail by 4. Outside Holiday. Out to Porzingis. Pass to Brown. Porzingis sets the pick for Brown. Here's the 3. And Porzingis gets it to go on the assist by Brown. Porzingis has got 5 points in the quarter.
A knockdown shooter, really from anywhere on the floor. Porzingis knows he has the green light to fire from there.
And that's a foul called on Porzingis. And that'll be his 3rd foul so far.
First team foul.
And now we're 3 minutes into the 3rd quarter of play. Joe finds Williams.
Well, you could really feel Brown's defensive focus there. He was determined to affect the shot.
And White with the stuff.
And those plays can make a difference in a game like this.
Well, you know it's going to fire up, Greg, everybody on that bench.
And guys, you cannot allow that in a close game. You have to make it harder than that.
Tatum looking around. Outside, Porzingis. Count that as his 7th field goal, 9 tries. He's shooting 78%.
And nice use of size by Porzingis inside. Able to practically play on top of the D.
Gilgeous-Alexander. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
First personal foul.
That one on White. The Thunder shooting their 7th and 8th attempts at the foul line tonight.
And you really got to give them a ton of credit for what they've done at the free throw line this season. How about 82% as a unit?
Gilgeous-Alexander hits them both. And we're seeing some big paydays for NBA head coaches these days, Stan. Do you miss it?
Do I miss the paychecks?
Yeah.
Payday was always really good in the NBA. No question about that.
What about now, though? What about now?
Well, it's gone through the roof, but look, the trade-off is the paydays are big, but there's not a great deal of job security.
Good. Now it's a 5-point Boston lead.
And some kind of switch must have been flipped at halftime because both teams are getting after it.
Yeah, and you can feel the pace picking up in this second half. Both teams have dialed up the intensity.
Bounces high off the rim and drops.
How about the floor awareness by Gilgeous-Alexander? Solid at just spotting his open teammate.
Looking to get it going. Pass to Holiday from deep three-point land. It's Chet Holmgren with the rebound. Holmgren's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Joe can't get it to go. Here are the Celtics with the ball. They're on a 13-4 run. Here's Tatum. Rebound by Williams. Thunder trailing by 3. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Down and drops through the net for his 9th bucket. He is 9 for 13 so far.
And giving up some inches inside, but makes up for it with an aggressive style.
Yeah, you got to love that kind of effort. Getting in there and fighting through the defense.
Round the pass to Porzingis. 5 on the clock. Fader on the way. Lands soft on the front of the rim and drops. And the Celtics lead by 3.
Well, you got to know the scouting report on Brown. He's solid cashing in from the mid-range.
Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. White with the defensive effort. Right side, Tatum. Over Joe, and that would have counted, but his shot was off the mark this time. That concludes the third quarter. It continues to be an exciting... And it's time now to bring you our State Farm assist of the game.
Just true artistry right there. I mean, great decision on where to go with the ball, and how about the perfect delivery?
Well, that was an absolute masterpiece of an assist. He knew exactly when to deliver the ball, and it made for a beautiful score.
And with these teams locked in a very close contest, this fourth quarter promises to be a good one. And a look at the five for the Celtics to start the fourth quarter. Holiday in the backcourt. To his side is White. And in the front court, Brown and Tatum. And it's Porzingis in at the center, filling out the middle.
And this guy just does everything. Scores, passes, good rebounder. Just an all-around terrific basketball player.
Williams with the block. And he recovers it. White. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. Oklahoma City trailing. Gilgeous-Alexander finds Williams. It's stolen by Brown. Pass to White. He takes it in. And that's a foul called on Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. That is his first foul of the game.
Man, it's close, but, you know, didn't get on balance quick enough.
Brown with it. Porzingis with the ball. The shot's good. Brown making the play. Porzingis has got 19 points.
Keep getting it to this man. I mean, once Porzingis catches fire, there is no putting that out.
Williams, that's good.
And coming down the stretch here, both teams still on fire.
Yeah, in hopes that your opponent is just going to go cold. That's not going to happen, it doesn't look like in this one. This might go down to whoever has the last possession.
Brown outside. The Thunder pull it in. Williams has got 4 rebounds in this game. Outside Williams. And finished off by Williams.
Oh, just solid on the one-handed slam.
And guys, when it's a tight ball game like this, he's the guy they want with the ball. Here's Tatum going inside. And it's White missing.
And they had some botched coverage that turned into no coverage.
Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. That shot is good. He's taken 15 and made 10 from the field tonight.
And you want him taking big shots for you in big moments. That one was as easy as it gets.
Well, with him, he's dangerous because he's so confident. He wants to deliver in these moments.
Using the bounce, Tatum just explodes to the hoop so quick.
Williams from outside. Rebound, Boston. Brown with it. He's picked up by Holmgren. The kick out to Tatum. Shot clock at 6. Fires away from outside. Oh, Tatum from way outside.
Now, that's a high percentage look when the D doesn't fight over the screen.
Yeah, it's certainly worth it to disrupt the offense. Coaches notice that extra effort.
It's stolen by Brown. Fourth quarter keeps moving right along. 3 minutes gone so far. Porzingis finds Tatum. Back to Porzingis. Three-pointer. Rebound by Williams.
Defensive breakdown there, and they got lucky. He's not going to miss too many of those.
Gilgeous-Alexander surveying the D. The layup missed. Celtics leading by 3. And there's the foul. It's on Jaylen Brown. That is his first foul of the game.
Yeah, way to get there first and be willing to absorb the contact.
And Mark Daigneault calls timeout here. He knows every possession is critical now. The latest now from our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David, it's all yours. Take it away.
Thanks, guys. I was able to hear Mark Daigneault talking to his team during the break. Coach wants them to do a better job defending the perimeter. He said we're late on our rotations, and they're getting great looks because of it. We got to fight through it. We got to take away the three. We're good, guys.
Thanks so much, David. Tatum kicks to Porzingis. Boston, no good that time either. Thunder trailing by 3. Now, Joe. And it's Gilgeous-Alexander in the corner. Tatum finds Holiday. Outside Tatum. Boston, no good that time either.
And he's a good shooter from outside, but not sure from that deep.
Yeah, it seems like everybody's jacking them up from way out there these days. You want guys to stay within themselves.
And look at Tatum turning up the defensive intensity, outworking the shooter.
The flush by Tatum. Yeah, his athleticism more than makes up for his lack of size. Allows him to compete even against bigger guys.
Here's Joe, guarded by Holiday. It's good. 14 points for Williams.
And that's right in his wheelhouse, looking to make an impact when it counts.
Well, you know this is when they lean on him, and he delivers with a much-needed score.
Brown outside. Hits the three-point bomb. And the Celtics lead by 6.
It seems like Brown always has something cooking, and he shows up big when they need him most.
Back to Gilgeous-Alexander. Brown outside. And they go to the intentional foul.
Second personal foul. Second team foul.
Outside Tatum. From outside the arc. Unable to get that one.
This has reached desperation time for him.
It's not going to be easy now. They're going to need just about everything to go right from this point on.
And he commits the intentional foul.
Chet Holmgren. Third personal foul. 13 foul.
First free throw is good, and that makes it a 7-point lead. Second one is good. Getting both at the line, and it's an 8-point game. 26 seconds left in the game. And here is Gilgeous-Alexander. There's 14 seconds left in the fourth quarter. From deep three-point territory. Time called here. The Celtics decide to talk it over. They lead by 8. Guys, what's your take?
And the game pretty much over. Curious timeout here.
Well, they could be trying to just make a change just so their subs can close this game out.
Fires from way outside. The shot, no good. So it's the Celtics picking up the win. This was a very strong showing for him, Greg. Not necessarily a runaway win, but one they'll feel very good about.
And let's face it, anytime you can go on the road and win in the fashion they did, you have to feel good about it. Really an outstanding effort all the way around.
All right, David, thank you. And that'll wrap it up, folks. With Stan Van Gundy, Greg Anthony, and David.
I got Fetty to fetch, refuse to lose. Ain't no recess commercials or interludes. Right now I'm off my own. I'm at the crib. And it's this new to your. But I'm still not out of the woods yet. Even though that I'm. Project English is my language. Ghetto slang, broken English. It's hard to crack the code and distinguish. BR, before rap, I was famous. What you doing? Boss move. What you refuse to do? Refuse to lose. I'm just trying to win. Congratulations. Boss.
The starting.
Well, Grant, tonight we've got two teams who aren't afraid to slow the pace of the game.
Well, B.A., it's because they're both adept at operating their half-court sets. They don't feel the need to push the tempo all the time.
Here are the five for the Cavaliers. At the 4 and the 5, the lengthy pair of Mobley and Allen. Garland and Mitchell, the talented 1 and 2. And it's Strus in at the 3. And here's Edwards outside. It's rebounded by Cleveland. Here's Garland. Pass to Mobley. And there's the foul. It'll go on Julius Randle. That's his first foul.
First team foul.
Allen with a screen on Conley. Now Garland. Clock at 6. To the inside. Allen. Offensive rebound. Outside Strus. No good from outside. And here's Conley. Gobert with a screen on Garland. For 3, Conley. Here's Gobert. And Gobert with the stuff.
You're best to get out of Gobert's way. You don't want to be on the wrong end of that tug.
And Grant, the success of teams like the Timberwolves showing that size still matters.
Yeah, in this pace and space era, that may have come into question just a bit, but size and skill combined has always been your best bet at winning.
When you combine his length and leaping ability, Allen is a ridiculous lob threat.
It's Edwards on the wing. Randle, a screen on Mitchell. Here's Edwards. Randle, the pass to Gobert. The kick out to Conley. And here's Edwards. Randle on the screen. Lets it go from deep. Edwards, that's good.
Shooting the 3 with confidence. That's exactly what this team needs from Edwards.
And keeping us updated from the sideline, Allie LaForce.
Well, I had a chance to catch up with head coach Chris Finch. We talked about how his team is prepared to defend against Darius Garland, and coach said we need to communicate and stay on our toes defensively, whether it's scoring or passing the ball. Garland is a creative player who knows how to manipulate opposing defenses. We should be able to hear his defense talking tonight, guys.
Thanks for that, Allie. Now here's Edwards. Gobert with a screen on Mitchell to the paint. And Gobert with the bucket on the assist from Edwards. Gobert's gotten his second bucket.
Yeah, great play from Edwards off the pick and roll. Moving the ball around and get another guy a shot.
And we've got a timeout called by Kenny Atkinson. He wants to make sure everybody's on the same page. The Cavaliers trail by 5. Outside Garland. Allen with a screen on Conley. Garland, the pass to Allen. Stolen by Conley. And we're about 3 minutes into this first quarter. Inside. Outside for Randle. From downtown. The rebound by Allen. The Cavaliers have gone 1 of 4 to begin this one. And he lobs it up top. And stolen by Edwards. Just under 3.5 minutes elapsed here in the first quarter. To the middle. Here's Gobert. Oh, and Gobert powers it home.
Yeah, just continuing to unlock his game. If Edwards adds the playmaking component, oh, watch out.
Mobley finds Allen. Outside Garland. And the layup is good.
Just taking it right to the rim, and no one was there to greet him.
Easy possessions like that literally are just a gift. You just dream of them. He'll gladly take those.
Now here's Conley. No points so far. McDaniels passes to Edwards. Knocks down the triple.
And this is how confident Edwards is. Feels like he can sink these shots whenever he wants.
The drive by Garland. For three, Allen. Yes, and a nice assist from Garland. Allen's got 5 points.
This is just fun. These teams are trading threes back and forth.
This is today's NBA. Hey, we see this kind of exchange more often than not.
Mobley outside. The three. And it's Gobert with a rebound.
And you never want to give a shooter like him a clean look.
Well, you talk about an anchor for this defense. Richard Jared Allen is that.
It's hard to find a big man who can move and eat up space like Allen. He's a great shot blocker that can also move his feet on the perimeter and guard in isolation. But a difference maker at the rim, that is where he's at his best.
Now here's Mobley. And it's out of bounds. The Cavaliers able to retain possession here. Ooh, poked away. Stolen by Conley. McDaniels passes to Conley. There's 49 seconds left in the first quarter of the game. Pass to Edwards. Over Garland. And it's good. Off the back rim and in. Give him 8 points now.
And we talk about the importance of versatility. He's really got it all on the offensive end.
Here's Garland. And Gobert with a block.
Well, Rudy loves erasing shots. Every chance he gets, he'll take a swipe at you.
Now here's Randall. Here's McDaniels. Lets the three fly. The rebound by Allen. Allen's got his 4th rebound in this one. Here's Garland. And it goes. As the official calls the foul, count it, and he'll shoot one more at the line. And he'll be shooting his first free throw.
And I love watching Garland mature into a leader. And you know what? He is not done yet.
Edwards against Mitchell. Gobert with a screen on Mitchell. Edwards, the pass to Gobert. Misses the baby hook. Anthony Edwards has been on display for the Timberwolves. 8 points in the quarter, showing how effective he can be. Back. And for those of you just tuning in, second quarter action is where we are. All right, guys, what's your take on the hustle stats for the Timberwolves?
From the tip, they are not making things easy on them. Lots of steals, playing disruptive basketball.
Yeah, on top of that, they've been resourceful defensively, generating scoring opportunities by forcing turnovers.
All right, on the floor for Cleveland, getting going in the second. Garland and Mitchell, the talented 1 and 2. Strus at small forward with Mobley next to him. And it's Allen in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. Pass to Edwards from behind the arc. And the rebound goes to Cleveland. Allen's got his 5th rebound in this one. Garland against Randall. Outside Strus. Here's Garland. Oh, that doesn't go on the chance to tie. And here's Gobert. He'll bring it up for the Minnesota Timberwolves. Outside Conley. Launches a three. Cavaliers with a rebound.
And even after airtight defense like that, you still just expect him to hit those kind of shots.
Well, the recent success of the Cavs has centered around their defense, RJ.
Well, if you want a chance to contend, you're going to have to be able to defend. Their coach embodies that, and so does their personnel, specifically their front court.
And let's send it over to Allie LaForce.
The Cavaliers are having success. Point guard Darius Garland said, "We're building something here, and we've come a long way. It feels amazing having our own legacy. We're just trying to keep it going. The whole city is behind us." and Bryant. They know there's still work to do.
And they've got no problem with that, Allie. Thank you. Garland finds Mitchell. Out to Garland. 4-3. Another miss by Garland. The Timberwolves lead by 3. It's Edwards on the wing. And again, it's Minnesota with a 3.
And this is how he shines. He's a big part of their floor space.
Yeah, and you got to know where he is at all times, especially when he's roaming around the perimeter ready to fire.
It's blocked by Gobert. Edwards with it. He's got 14. Off the mark with the outside fadeaway.
Would you say testing the limits of his range there?
Yeah, he might have been feeling himself a little too much on that one. He can hit it, but not consistent.
Back to Strus. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Over Edwards. And there's Strus. That one's good. On the assist by Mobley. Strus has gotten his first points in this one. And Chris Finch calls timeout here. We might see him looking to make some tweaks to the strategy here. Here in quarter 2, we've played a little over 2.5 minutes now. Now here's Gobert. He's got 6. Gobert with a screen on Mitchell. Right side Edwards. 6 on the shot clock. The Timberwolves need to get off a shot here. Randall can't hit. The Cavaliers trail by 4. Here's Garland, and it's good for 2. Garland's got 11 points, and this is a star-driven league. But talk about the importance of role players, Grant.
Oh, B.A., a lot of times they're the ones who carry the day. You know what you'll get from your stars, but when the X factor ignites, that can make the difference.
Down low. Here's Gobert. Oh, easy 2 for Gobert.
The ever-expanding skill set of Edwards. Nice dish right there.
The Cavaliers have gone 4 for 7 in the second quarter. Right side Mitchell. And the basket's good. Off the assist from Garland. Garland's got 3 assists in the game.
He can really stroke it from deep. You have to keep better tabs on him.
Outside Conley. Mitchell against Edwards. Randall, a screen on Mitchell. Here's Gobert. The teardrop. And it's Gobert in the comfort zone.
Outstanding job converting in close. Gobert understands how to execute around the rim.
Garland against Conley. Now here's Garland. Tight defense on him. Oh, he missed the layup. He had it with the pump fake. The Timberwolves lead by 3. And Grant, when you look at Darius Garland, he has a very polished offensive game.
Absolutely. He's great at creating for himself, but also knows when to get others involved. He can score from anywhere, and he works incredibly hard on his craft.
Shocking that he just bricked that one. The defense got real lucky there.
Mitchell, bullseye from distance.
Hitting that shot helps loosen the driving lanes a little, and we know Mitchell only needs a crack of daylight.
Randall on the screen. Outside McDaniels. Edwards looking it over. Randall, a screen on Mitchell. Takes a 13-footer. Soft touch off the glass. And the Timberwolves lead by 2.
Yeah, nice play by Randall. He can take up space in there and has great short area quickness.
Outside Mitchell. Strus with a screen on Edwards. Mitchell, the pass to Strus. And he misses the go-ahead basket. The Timberwolves have gone 5 of 10 in the second quarter. And here's Edwards outside. The 3 is up. Edwards making it look so easy from deep.
Ooh, that's a sweet move, guys. That's how you humiliate someone on the court.
Ooh, you can break all the ankles you want. You still got to knock down the shot, and he nails it.
He got it up. and that's not going to go. And the first half comes to an end. We've got a close game going here. The T-Wolves on top. They lead by 5. And we'll step away briefly, but get you right back out there for the start of the third quarter, right after the break.
They're taking about the shots.
And in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during halftime. And you know, Anthony Edwards has been really making it happen, guys.
He's hit shot after shot from deep. He's so locked in right now.
If I'm his teammate, I keep feeding the hot hand, especially since he's been on fire from deep also.
And the Cavaliers with possession here. Trailing by 5. Conley and Ant are the 1 and the 2. Julius Randle out there with Jaden McDaniels. And it's Gobert in at the center position, locking down the middle. And that's the group for Chris Finch as we begin the second half.
It's just too easy for Mobley. This man, he's quick off the floor. He's got a 7'4" wingspan. But this man finishes the way he was built.
Come on, B.A. He sure can rise.
Grant, that's as good as it gets. One of the best in the league. RJ, the Cavs breaking ground on a new practice facility set to open in 2027.
Situated on the Cuyahoga River, it will be 4 times larger than the existing one. And let me tell you this, the existing one was state-of-the-art. And it continues to rejuvenate what we're seeing in downtown Cleveland. Shout out to the Cavaliers.
And the offensive firepower Edwards is capable of is special. I mean, we are seeing it on full display right now.
And the shot is good by Garland.
The defense couldn't collapse quickly enough.
Minnesota in the lead. Outside Edwards. Pass to Gobert. Outside for Randle. 5 to shoot. Edwards for 3. Good. He's been great in this one. 9 for 15 after that shot.
Yeah, never a bad idea to have Randle with the ball. Just a great passing forward.
Conley against Garland. Mobley down low. And it's going to be a 3-second call. The Timberwolves lead by 5. Conley passes to Edwards. No good on the triple. The Cavaliers have gone 3 of 3 in the second half. Here's Mitchell. Ooh, power move by Mitchell.
Whatever he lacks in size, Mitchell makes up with craftiness. It allows him to be effective inside.
It's Edwards on the wing. A little under 2.5 minutes gone by in the third quarter. Pass to Gobert. Takes the 3. Edwards can't get that one to fall. And it's Garland with the ball for the Cleveland Cavaliers. It's a 3-point game. From deep, Mobley. Randle pulls down the board. Minnesota has gone only 1 of 3 from deep here in the third.
You know, a reliable veteran like Julius Randle is so valuable. He provides a foundation for everyone else to play off of because they know he'll be there to score and help out. He makes it easier for other players to succeed around him.
Gobert, no good.
Just enough resistance to force the miss. Barely. That's one he'll generally make.
And there's the foul. It's going to belong to Darius Garland. That's his first foul of the game.
I love great defense. Just quick to establish his feet, and he takes the hit.
And Chris Finch has called timeout. He's going to talk it over with his guys. Here's Conley. Hasn't gotten one to fall yet. Outside Edwards. Randle on the screen. Jacks up with 3. And stolen by Mobley. The three from Mitchell. They get it back. Hey, in 6 attempts, he's made 5. Talk about efficiency.
Right now, this is what you want to see. Mitchell playing without hesitation and just taking quality shots.
And Chris Finch has called timeout. He wants to give him a breather and talk things over. Second half here, and we're just over 3.5 minutes into it. All right, let's check in with Allie LaForce.
Brian, Donovan Mitchell wears number 45 because that was Michael Jordan's number when he played baseball. Mitchell's father was a pro player, and Donovan said, "Baseball was my sport. I had my mind made up. I wanted to make the majors, but in high school, a broken wrist on the diamond caused his focus to shift." Brian, I'd say it worked out.
Yeah, I'd say so. Thanks, Allie. Garland against Conley. Outside Mitchell. Back to Allen. For the lead. And he sinks the layup. Allen's got 7.
Fantastic work from Allen, taking the contact on the chin, burying the shot.
Gobert with a screen on Mitchell. Edwards with it. Picked up by Allen. And Edwards slams it in.
And one move ahead of the defense. A solid pick.
And then the monster dunk to complete the play. Well done.
Well, great chemistry on display. He understood where to put the screen in order to free up his teammate.
And he's coming off a huge performance, and his confidence couldn't be any higher. And his coach knows that, too.
When it ain't broke, leave it alone. Until someone stops him, just let him roll.
And you know he has the floater in the bag, so Edwards decided to deploy it there.
55 seconds left in the third quarter. Outside for Mitchell. Yes, and a nice assist from Garland. Mitchell's got 12 now in this quarter. Here in the second half, these teams still neck and neck.
I really like how each team is matching the other's intensity.
Pass to Gobert. Edwards for 3. And Edwards hits him right back for a 3.
Oh, there's another 3. Love seeing Edwards deliver the revenge triple.
Allen with a screen on Conley. Garland, the pass to Mobley. Garland looking around. And Conley grabs the miss. Edwards against Mitchell. Edwards, the pass to McDaniels. Back to Edwards. Picked by Gobert. Oh, and he just knocked down the buzzer beater.
And they will go into the fourth quarter riding high. That's almost got to feel like a game winner to them.
Anthony Edwards has been on display for Minnesota. He dropped 3 threes in that quarter. They haven't found an... And let's take this opportunity to show you our State Farm assist of the game.
This is the definition of team chemistry. I love to see this kind of communication and connection between teammates leading to the perfect pass.
Serving it up on a platter, that is a beautiful dish. And 2 teammates on the same page. Woo.
Well, this has been a great contest so far. I imagine the fourth quarter could have more action in store for us. Setting the floor for the Cavaliers. Mitchell on the wing with Strus. At the 4 and the 5, the lengthy pair of Mobley and Allen. And it's Garland in at the point. And a chance for a moment to check out the scoring breakdown for Minnesota.
Their offense has been a well-oiled machine. They're moving the ball around, playing for one another, and just piling up assists.
Yeah, the other thing they're doing is absolutely scorching the net. Red hot from outside all game long.
Outside Garland. Allen with a screen on McDaniels. Just 5 to shoot. He tries for 3. Allen can't get it to go. The Timberwolves lead by 5. Now Edwards. Here's the 3. Mobley grabs the board. Mobley's got 5 rebounds tonight. Garland against Randall. Now here's Mitchell. He's closely guarded. Score that basket. His 8th out of 9 shots here today.
And you want him taking good shots at this point in the game. And that one was easy.
Yeah, it's clear why they go to him in these moments. They know he's going to deliver for him.
Edwards, a pass to Randall. From deep, Conley. Mobley grabs the board.
And this is exactly who you want taking that shot. He just missed it.
And it's Mitchell penetrating.
Now, look, Mitchell has that rare combination of lightning and thunder. Like, he will blow by you quick, fast, and he will finish over your big.
Gives us a chance to catch up with Allie LaForce.
I was able to listen in on what Chris Finch was going over with his team. He pleaded with his guys to keep their emotions in check, saying, you're battling right now. Continue to play smart. Don't try to be a hero out there. Play for one another. Guys, let's see what happens.
Good job there, Allie. Thanks. Edwards, a pass to Gobert. And slammed it home. And a foul. A chance at another point at the line. They'll pin that one on Jared Allen.
Second team foul.
And that one falls for Gobert. And Cleveland has possession. Trailing by 4. Mobley, a screen on Conley. Garland, the pass to Mobley. And here's Strus. Garland for 3. Rudy Gobert with a rebound. Minnesota's gone 0 for 2 from outside here in the 4th quarter. Picked by Gobert. Edwards for 3. And Gobert with the basket on the assist by Edwards. Edwards has got 7 assists in the game. Cavaliers trail by 6. Out to Mobley. This one for 3. Knocks it down from distance.
Oh, Mobley. Okay, I see you showing off that shooting ability.
And it's Conley with the ball for the Timberwolves. It's Edwards on the wing. Checked by Mitchell. Mobley against Edwards. Inside. Randall. And it's Randall with the jam.
Wow. Julius Randall. We could feel the floor shaking on that one.
Here's Garland. It's blocked by Gobert. Outside Edwards. To the right side. Edwards on the move. And there's a whistle. He'll head to the line to shoot 2.
And looking at Edwards, the offensive skills he has are impressive. Now he must focus on improving his defense.
And the first one at the line is good. And both free throws good for Edwards.
For a star like him, you get lots of opportunities at the line, and he's great at cashing them in.
Garland, the pass to Mitchell. Off target from the wing.
Good shot, gone bad. Gotta finish there.
Randall, a screen on Mitchell. And here's Edwards outside. Knocks down the long J. Edwards got 39.
Their offense has been unstoppable, just firing on all cylinders.
They've had great execution, and what stands out is that they're just taking what the defense gives them, not forcing anything.
Strus with the bucket.
Man, this is just fun. These teams are trading threes back and forth.
This is today's NBA. Hey, we see this kind of exchange more often than not.
Randall, a screen on Mitchell. Pass to Conley. Back to Edwards. 6 to shoot. Going inside. 1:46 left in the 4th quarter here. Bounces high off the rim and drops.
Oh, looks like somebody came out this half on a mission. And his intensity on offense has been fun to watch.
Garland with the ball. He's picked up by Edwards. Mitchell feeling it out a bit. Back to Garland. Launches it. And it's Mitchell. The miss. And here are the Timberwolves. They're on a 14-6 run. Edwards against Allen. It's Edwards with a drive. Left side Conley. Back to Edwards. Here's the lob. Rejected by Mitchell.
With enthusiasm. When Mitchell gets a chance to block it, he embraces erases that moment.
Chalk up 2 there.
He's been shooting with great consistency tonight. Love to see that confident play on offense.
Outside Edwards. And a foul called on the way up. So he'll take 2 from the free throw line.
And Edwards' teammates encourage him to be aggressive because when he is, he forces the defense's hand.
Second one is good, getting both at the line. And it's a 9-point game here.
That should put this game on ice, not leaving any points behind.
Pass to Mobley, back to Strus. Fires from deep. Hits a three-pointer.
And what kind of defense was that? You can't give up wide open threes like that. What are you doing?
Until they foul intentionally. Good on the first. And that makes it a 7-point lead. So he goes 2 for 2 at the line. And it's an 8-point ball game. And you never want to say never, but in this case...
Yeah, at this point, I don't even know if divine intervention could turn this around.
.23 seconds left in the game. The 3 from Mitchell.
Yeah, smothering D right there. Just a tremendous job by Edwards, forcing a difficult shot.
Randall, a screen on Mitchell. Edwards for 3. Minnesota again missing. So it's Minnesota picking up the win. This one was a fun one to watch. They were clearly in the driver's seat down the stretch.
They really were, B.A. They played with great intensity on both ends of the floor, and they didn't allow their mistakes to get the better of them.
Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. For Grant Hill, Richard Jefferson, and Allie LaForce, this is Brian Anderson.
On one, which of these tandems can stand out against the other? Tons of pick and roll, tons of creativity, and we'll see which of these guys can pair off tonight to win this contest.
Here are the 5 for the Clippers. We'll see Powell and Leonard play in the forward spots. Dunn is out there with Harden, and it's Zubac in at the pivot spot manning the middle. Pass to Dunn, takes a 3. Good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
And it felt like Powell had the shot, but good job of feeding the open man.
And it's the Nuggets ball. And this group reaching a major milestone this season, notching their 50th win in their last game.
Hey, you love to ensure a winning season, and most NBA teams, even great ones, consider this a major accomplishment.
Harden surveying the D. Kicks it out to Leonard. Powell with the bounce pass. There's the 3. Dunn misses. And so it's Murray who brings the ball up for the Denver Nuggets. When it's all said and done, Jokic, Greg, is going to be the Nuggets' career leader in many categories.
And he's already their franchise leader in rebounds, assists, triple-doubles, and playoff points, and many other advanced stats as well.
Jokic with the bucket.
The marriage of a big man and touch. There it was from Jokic.
Leonard with no one around. Hits it from three-point range.
And that's exactly what he's looking for, draining the triple.
Spins. Down low. Here's Gordon. Outside Porter. Gordon with the screen for Porter. No good from outside.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
In the corner, Powell with it. Lets it go with the 3. And Jokic with the rebound. Timeout is called. First of the game for the Nuggets. Sharks check in for Denver. Here's Murray. Stolen by Harden. That one's in, his first shot this game.
Even if he's not a big man, Harden can score inside with the best of them.
And there's a whistle. That's going to go on James Harden. That is his first foul of the game. For Denver, they've gone 3 of 4 from the field to start out the game. Harden against Murray. There's the drive, and it's Murray with the jam.
He's got so many tools, and then you forget how good Murray is athletically. Gets up that time.
Harden outside. Here's Dunn. And Dunn with the slam.
Okay, 2 hands for safety. That's what they say, right?
That's right. He was ultra safe with that dunk, no question. Gordon with a screen on Harden. Pass to Brown. Murray surveying the D. Takes the 3. Rebound, Kawhi Leonard. And so it's Harden bringing it up for Los Angeles. Talk about confidence. Greg, what do you think about Harden's quote from a couple years ago when he said, "I'm not a system player. I am the system."
Kevin, I laughed when I heard it because most guys couldn't say that. But Harden absolutely can. He's an elite scorer turned elite passer. Your offense has to orbit around him when he's on the floor.
Time now to turn to our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David.
Kevin, the Clippers are intent on winning big. Coach Tyronn Lue said half of it is great talent, and I think half of it is execution. When you get to the playoffs, it's a whole different animal. We got to be 100% execution with our talent. That makes for a dangerous team. Kevin?
Very dangerous. All right, David. Harden finds Leonard. And the Clippers miss again. For Denver, they've gone 5 of 7 today so far. Nice shooting to get this game underway. And they double up Murray. Pass to Porter. Here's Brown. Good, and a nice assist from Porter.
One of the more skilled offensive players that is on the floor here tonight. Not an easy fella to hold in check.
And a deep 3 from Harden. The long distance 3 is buried. Harden's got 7 points in the game.
You could see that coming. Harden was going to answer back, and he did.
Here's Murray. That shot off the mark. Good work defensively by Harden. Los Angeles has gone 3 of 6, 50% from deep so far tonight. And Aaron Gordon gets the whistle that time. That's his first foul.
Second team foul.
There's 1:26 left here in the opening quarter. Some nice passing here by Los Angeles. Porter with the steal.
The risky cross-court pass there, and it costs them. You got to be sure that you can get it there in time before you let that one go.
Here's Murray, and it's Murray with the jam.
And a statement from Jamal, when he gets that kind of room, he's capable of throwing it down.
The Clippers trail. Harden up top. He's covered by Murray. Kicks it out to Harden. Fires the 3. George grabs the board.
Ooh, he missed an easy chance to put some points on the board. He won't get a much better look at that kind of shot again here probably tonight.
On the wing, Gordon. Murray against Harden. Good on the shot. He's got 13.
Meeting the defense with a tenacious will to score. Murray giving you that effort.
Shot clock and game clock separated by less than 6 seconds. Harden with it. And it's Gordon picking him up. And here's Leonard from 3. And it's Denver with the rebound. Here's Brown. And it's Norman Powell with the foul. That's his first foul.
That's his first personal foul. Second team foul.
9 seconds left in the first quarter. Gordon with the screen for Murray. Off target from 3-point range. What a performance by Jamal Murray. He has been the story for the Denver Nuggets. He put together quite a quarter. And close game underway so far. We'll see if either of these teams can jump out in the second quarter. And let's get your take, guys, on the scoring breakdown for Denver.
A lot of high motor play from them in this one, allowing them to kind of charge through the defense and find good looks.
Getting to the inside is really important, but it's how close you can get to the basket. It feels like these guys are all around the rim in their attack tonight.
Let's find out the news on Nikola Jokic. David, what's the update?
Thanks, Kevin. I just talked with the Nuggets head athletic trainer, and from what he can tell, he said it doesn't appear to be a terrible injury.
Good information, David. He's certainly been on our minds. Now, at least, Greg, we have a little more clarity.
Yeah, now they have the information they need to take the best course of action.
Everybody wishing the best for him. We all know how badly he wants to be out there playing alongside his teammates and competing.
The forwards are Porter Jr. and Gordon to his side. In at the guard spots, it's Murray and Brown. And it's Saric in at the 5. That's the group for Denver getting going here in the second.
We'll see if they can finally hold on to a lead. It's been back and forth all night.
Well, you can tell they really want to increase this lead. They can't keep letting them take it from them.
And the foul called on Kawhi Leonard. That's his first foul.
His first personal foul. First team foul.
For 3, Murray. It's hauled in by Dunn. LA's gotten both of their three-point attempts to go down here in the second quarter. Harden outside. Puts one up from 19. And Brown pulls it down. Nuggets trail. Looking back to last season, the Clippers had one red-hot stretch.
That's right. They went on a 26-5 run between December and February. It finally showed how dangerous that team could be when healthy.
Just 5 to shoot. Pass to Porter. Beyond the arc. Buries it from three-point range. Porter's got himself on the board with 3 there.
They feel like there's nowhere on the floor where you could really get away from Michael Porter Jr. 3-ball goes that time.
Harden can't hit.
Really excellent defense there. They know he's capable of knocking it down from the outside, and they could not have played him better.
Harden against Murray. Pass to Brown. Back to Murray. And he banks in the layup. Now it's a 4-point Denver lead.
This team just goes to another level when Jamal Murray does offensively.
The 3 from Harden. Harden missing again. Nuggets have gone 3 of 4 from the floor here in the second quarter. Now Murray. 15 points in the game. From outside, off the mark.
Yeah, we're chipping some orange paint off the rim here, guys. He must be more patient on offense and trying to find ways to penetrate inside and get closer to the rim.
They get it back. Harden outside. Leonard looking around. And the foul on Jamal Murray. That'll be his second foul of the game.
I mean, I like the call. I thought the defense was just there a little late.
Got a piece of it. Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
Well, once Harden takes that first step, it's very difficult to stop his drive.
Time called here. The Nuggets decide to talk it over. It used to be teams hoarded their cap space to make a big splash in free agency. But, Brent, why is that less common now?
Well, really, the mechanisms for you to retain and maintain your star power has gotten easier for teams as they have gone out for big extensions to make sure that their star is shining brightest.
From deep, Harden. Murray with the defensive effort.
Yeah, and that three-point shot, it really has looked awful here in the second quarter. It hasn't stopped him from attempting them, but it's time to maybe find something else to do.
Pass to Gordon, and they double up Gordon. 6 to shoot. From the arc. And again, Denver with the triple.
And nice to see Michael Porter Jr. making the decision to share some of the offensive load and not force it.
Harden outside. For the three. Kept alive. A second chance effort. Whistle blows. Basket is good. So a chance here for a three-point play.
And this is Harden's specialty. One of the best in the league at drawing contact and yet still able to convert.
When you think about James Harden, he's had such an effect on the game. Brent, they changed the rules because of him.
Well, it's interesting, Kevin, because you can think about it a couple of ways. There was a system change for James Harden to try the system, and then, as James has said himself, he became the system. So leaning into all of the analytics of basketball, you have to have somebody who can represent all of the things that system would require, and it came in the form of the beard for many years. And that kind of offensive output is something that is going to be, we'll be hard-pressed to see that again, Kevin.
Murray, the pass to Porter. The three-pointer, no good.
Well, that's not a shot he's ever going to pass up, and he shouldn't. Despite the miss, no defender anywhere near him. He's got to shoot that one.
That is some tough defense there against one of the better finishers in our game.
George, a screen on down. Drills it from outside. Brown's got 12.
Guys, he's been a one-man air raid coming at them time and time again.
I don't like he's in his living room right now. He's found a comfort zone. Once he gets that, the defense knows they're in trouble. Gotta love the effort there. An undersized 4 who can really make things happen with that leaping ability.
Murray dishes to Gordon. Here's Brown. And again, Denver with the triple.
And the instincts there from Aaron Gordon, just getting the ball to the guy ready to strike.
Here's Harden. And that one drops. Harden's got 10 points now just in this quarter.
And boy, he's really in a groove. Dominant performance last game. Same thing this time out.
Seems to be nobody standing in his way. No roadblocks for him to get to his spot, capitalize, and continue to be aggressive.
And that'll do it for the first half. A competitive game so far. The Nuggets on top. They lead by 5. It's time. Thanks for the great interview, David. And we'll be back for the third quarter of basketball following halftime. We've got second half action for you, and if the next couple quarters are similar to the first, this one could go down to the last possession. A fantastic game from Harden in this one.
You know, I don't think he'll top the assist charts this year, but early on he's done a great job of keeping the ball hopping around.
Now, you can get into a passing rhythm, and so far all of his have been on point.
Setting the floor for the Clippers. We'll see Powell and Leonard play in the forward spots. Harden out there with Chris Dunn. And it's Zubac in at the center position. Here's Brown. Guarded by Harden. Here's Brown. 15 points in the game. And that one, good.
It's a great move, and he catches the defense completely off guard.
Well, just ripping through right there as he finds the open spot, and gets right through there. High basketball IQ play.
And out of bounds as the Nuggets gain possession. And you look at this year's Denver team, you know, Greg, trying to get more from their bench than they did last year.
Yeah, and you just don't want your starters to play so many minutes that they get gassed in the postseason. That's something Denver's trying to avoid this time around. Easier said, though, than done.
Just great anticipation and awareness to come up with the steal and then trigger the fast break.
There's Gordon with the three. The Clippers grab the miss. Zubac has got 8 rebounds in this game. Harden outside to the paint for the tie. And it's Zubac laying it in. And that'll tie this game up.
Now, Zubac really does have good hands and a soft touch near the basket.
Time called here. The Nuggets decide to talk it over. Third quarter of play with just over a minute and a half gone by. Out left of the wing. Launches a three. Sinks the three-pointer. Brown's got 5 points now in the quarter.
The backcourt today as good as it gets. And they've earned the green light every time they touch the ball.
Harden against Murray. Pass to Leonard. Out of bounds. Denver takes possession. Here's Murray. 15 points in the game. The tray. And again, Denver with the triple.
Murray gives you a lot of things, and stretching out the defense, that's going to help.
Leonard kicks to Harden. And stolen by Gordon. Murray outside. Gordon with a screen on Powell. Here's Brown. And a miss there on the triple. Clippers trail by 6. Here's Harden. And Harden with the stuff.
Oh, one of these monster nights from James Harden.
Denver's gone into the three-point range 4 times since halftime and buried 2 of them. Brent, I've always thought the stoic demeanor of Kawhi Leonard was very imposing for an opponent.
Well, there's just no rattling, right, Kevin? How many times have you seen Kawhi Leonard get outside of himself, react to a call, become emotional? Now, as a teammate, you have to have an understanding. That he might not motivate you in that way, but certainly as an opponent, it's intimidating. I remember playing against John Stockton and Karl Malone much in the same way. Emotionless, relentless, that's sometimes intimidating for an opponent.
5 to shoot. Puts up a deep 3. Powell pulls it in. Clippers trail by 5. Harden kicks to Leonard. Lets the 3 fly. Saric grabs the board. Saric has got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Brown the pass to Saric. And the 3 off target. The Clippers have gone 5 of 6 so far from the field in the second half. Tremendous efficiency.
His first personal foul. First team foul.
Gordon against Leonard. Pass to Harden. Inside. And the shot is good. The Denver lead has been cut down to just 3 on the basket from Zubac.
They didn't have much of a problem getting the ball into the post that time.
Time called here. The Nuggets decide to talk it over. Denver's gone 3 of 7 from three-point range here in quarter number 3. Here's Brown. He's got 20 on the wing. Porter. The Nuggets with another miss.
Not quite enough defense that time around. Just lucky he was off.
And the shot is good. The Denver lead has been cut to just 1 on the basket from Harden.
Well, Harden just outworking them inside. Could we say he wanted it more?
Here's Brown. Dunn covering. Launches it. Brown's shot is off. And so Harden will bring it up for Los Angeles. And the jam by Harden.
Great hustle from Harden in transition, getting up the court as quickly as possible.
The Nuggets have gone a somewhat subpar 4 of 10 on their shots in the second half so far. And it's Murray with the jam. A great competitive game so far.
And from the look of it, this one could go right down to the wire.
Pass to Harden. And stolen by Murray. There's 37 seconds left to play in the third.
And Porter has such great athleticism, able to get up and throw it down.
Clippers trail by 3. Here's Harden. The shot that time, not on target. Gordon with the defensive effort. Murray with it. And the foul call on Kawhi Leonard.
Side out.
That's foul number 2 for him.
I mean, that's a tough break for the D. I mean, he took the hit and drew the whistle.
$19 seconds left here in the third quarter. In the corner, Murray with it. Just 4 to shoot. And it's Murray with the jam.
And he just dangles from the bucket after sending that one through.
And you can see which team has the swagger right now. It's tipped. And a great show through 3 quarters as we enter the fourth. Who will carry the day? Nuggets. And let's take this opportunity now to show you our State Farm assist of the game.
And definitely deserving of the prize tonight. How about the read he made here? Looking like a point guard. Putting the pass right on the money.
So helpful to the offensive versatility when your bigs can create, freeing everybody up, and that cut was wide open.
Well, what a terrific game it's been so far, with this fourth quarter sure to bring more pressure-packed basketball. In at the guard spots, it's Murray and Brown. The forwards are Porter Jr. and Gordon to his side. And it's Saric in at the 5, roaming the paint. That's the group on the floor for Denver. And yes, it's good. And guys, what do you think about the hustle stance for the Nuggets?
They have been a wrecking ball defensively, coming up with steals, being active with their hands, and just doing a terrific job of disrupting the rhythm.
Something else I've seen from them in this game is just how quick they are to capitalize on a turnover. I mean, they're pouncing on that stuff. You got to be careful when you're handling the ball around them.
Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. And Greg, something that is so important to this team, Jamal Murray's shot creation.
It is, Kevin. He creates so much with the ball or off of it. The work he puts in on offense frees up everything for his teammates. Great competitor who's really a perfect fit with this core.
The 3 from Harden. The 3 ball. And here's Leonard from 3. Good. It's Harden with the assist that time. Harden's got his 7th assist in the game. And we've made our way through just over a minute and a half in this fourth quarter. On against Saric. Here's Brown. Gets an open look and hits. Brown's got 22 points.
And Saric, just one of those European players that comes over with the fundamentals. Beautiful play there.
The Nuggets leading by 7. From deep three-point land. A nice shot by Brown.
Unwilling to let up even for a moment. That's his killer instinct, just fanning the flame.
Yeah, he's the guy that you want to go to right now, trying to put this one away.
Fourth quarter of play, and we're about 2.5 minutes through it right now. The 3. It's hauled in by Zubac. Zubac has got 13 rebounds in the game. Seeding. And there's a whistle that's going to go on James Harden. And that'll be his 3rd foul so far. Long range from the inbound. A nice shot by Brown. Brown's got the lead up to 13 now for the Nuggets.
It's been this way since halftime. Tremendous production from beyond the arc.
Yeah, pretty infectious right here. Guys in good spirits, and percentages from downtown on the rise in the second half.
And here's Denver. They're on an 11-3 run. From deep. Good, and a nice assist from Porter. Brown's got 16 here in the second half.
Porter Jr. moving the ball well. Nice to have a wing player help to be a facilitator.
Clippers trail by 16. Outside Leonard. Shoots the three. And again, no good by the Clippers.
All the energy is on the other side right now, and every miss just makes it worse.
Well, the other team is scorching hot, and they come down on this end and can't find a way to get the embers going.
Here's Brown. Misses the three. We've played just over 3.5 minutes now in the fourth quarter. Powell for three. Denver grabs the miss.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the three. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
To the wing right side. Brown. Knocked loose.
Well, he's got a great stroke. That one almost dropped.
Here's Harden. Diving in. Takes it off the glass. Harden's got 25 points in the game.
And a staple of Harden's attack. Sometimes it seems he's better finishing through contact on the drop.
And Harden with the stuff.
Capitalizing on the error, grinding out points. You gotta love it.
That's why you can't afford to just turn it over to him, because he's going to do stuff like that to make you pay just right down the throat.
And it's Denver with the rebound. George has got 8 rebounds in this game. Murray for three. Bangs home the trifecta. Murray's got 6 in the quarter.
Give them credit. They've worked hard all game, now looking to finish it.
Oh, great job of getting in position to win a game. It's been an all-out effort for the squad.
And tonight's battle is going to end with a very clear winner, leaving nothing to chance. Impressive win for Denver.
We got to see a display of offensive prowess in this one that got it done. High-scoring game.
Bucket after bucket. They were really in attack mode all game long.
And we watched one guy all night long, guys, and looking at the stats just confirms what a dominant game he had. What a night tonight it was for Jamal Murray.
And it felt like there was more than one of him out there tonight. He was involved on every possession, and he made his presence felt in so many ways.
And Leonard, no good on that one.
Known for his incredible defense, Leonard's huge hands and timing really helped make an impact on that end.
Love seeing a point guard who can explode to the rim like that.
Oh, great attitude and even a better finish.
Well, just seeking out weaknesses in the defense and then exploiting it.
Rejected by Murray. There's the triple. It's hauled in by Zubac. The Clippers shooting a pedestrian 36% in the fourth quarter. The offense not doing their best work of late. There's 45 seconds left in the fourth. And here comes Harden, leading the fast break. Goes straight through the defender for the dunk. Draws the foul. He'll go to the line. It's going to be on Jamal Murray.
And what's remarkable is how complete Harden's game is. Making shots or making passes, he can create points in a number of ways.
And slam dunk by Sharp.
This arena was rocking throughout the night. You could really feel the energy.
A huge motivation, always great for a young team, but veteran players also appreciate when fans come with that kind of energy and get into the spirit of the game.
24 seconds left in the fourth quarter. And it's Gordon penetrating, and then Gordon with the dunk.
saw the opportunity to put this away, and you can see the killer instinct take over.
Yeah, up until that point, a competitive game, but once they broke through that barrier, it was all them. Complete control.
Murray for three. A shot off that time. And so it's Denver taking care of business in this one. Some good moments throughout this one, but they have the clear advantage down the stretch.
Yeah, I mean, I love the way they executed on both ends of the floor, completely under control for the vast majority of the game. And whenever there was a misstep, they just didn't allow it to fester, and that's why they're going to walk away with the win.
A chance now to send it over to Dave.
Thanks, guys. Aaron, big night offensively. What is clicking for everyone right now?
We're just moving the ball. Moving the ball. That's a big part of our offense, making sure the ball doesn't stick and then people making shots.
It was really flowing tonight, man. Congrats on the win. Back to you.
Thank you, David. And that about wraps it up for Brett Barry, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge. This is Kevin Harlan along with our 2K Sports crew. And now, our player of the game, Jamal Murray.
Happy to have you with us for NBA basketball on 2K Sports. Brian Anderson here, joined by our analysts, Hall of Famers Grant Hill and Doris Burke. Plus, reporting from the sidelines, Allie LaForce. Here are the starters for Oklahoma City. Some serious height in the middle. Holmgren, the 4, Hartenstein, the 5. Gilgeous-Alexander runs the point with Dort at the 2. And it's Williams in at the 3, the small forward. And for the Celtics, Tatum is the 4 with Porzingis at center. Holiday at the 1 with White at the 2. And it's Brown in at the 3. Well, this matchup features two teams that are elite when it comes to rebounding, Doris.
You know, there was a point at which, BA, it felt like rebounding was almost, especially on the offensive end, de-emphasized. Now you're getting back to a point where understanding dominating the defensive backboards. It means finishing your possession defensively and offensively creating more opportunity. It's an important aspect on both ends.
A shot that Williams continues to work on. You love seeing these type of results.
Outside, Brown. Outside, Tatum. Over Holmgren. Can't nail the jumper. And so it's Gilgeous-Alexander with it. He brings it up for Oklahoma City. It's a three-point game. Outside, Williams. Boston pulls it in. Outside White. Outside Holiday. Outside Brown. Shot clock at 6. Play clock. The Celtics got to hurry here. Porzingis misses. Doris, not only is the Thunder roster full of young talent, they also have a ridiculous amount of draft capital.
BA, you've got to give a ton of credit to the front office. They've got multiple options going forward. Continue to draft and develop their talent, or perhaps use those picks to trade for a superstar you believe fits.
Here's Tatum, following the bucket by Oklahoma City. And here's Brown for three. Again, the miss by Boston. The Thunder have gone 2 of 3 from the floor. Williams finds Dort. Back to Williams. Pass to Holmgren. And here's Hartenstein, defended by Porzingis. The three from Holmgren. Porzingis grabs the board.
He didn't make them pay for that weak defense, but they just can't rely on him to miss those kind of shots.
Doris, it's hard to pick one, but Derek White is in the running for best defensive guard.
It's so true, and what Derek White does perhaps better than any other guard is block shots. We talk about top arm ball defenders. He's also on that list. You want to talk about somebody who can get in the passing lane and be disruptive. He's on that list. Truly can do it all.
First one falls.
We talk about high-effort players. Well, Derek White embodies that very description. Always working hard, always looking to outwork his opponent.
White hits them both.
Well, this guy has multiple ways to get to the free throw line, and boy, has his stroke been on the money.
Outside, Williams. Well, if you're just tuning in, we've played about 2.5 minutes here in the first. Pass to Hartenstein. To the middle. Great D that time from Porzingis. Celtics trail by 3. Outside Tatum. Now here's Brown. Holiday passes to Brown. Again, the miss by Boston.
And you will not see this guy miss many of those. He's one of the keys to their floor spacing.
Pass to Holmgren. Uneasy, too, on the layup.
There aren't many 7-footers who can attack guys off the dribble as well as Holmgren. He'll make you pay if you're too aggressive.
Outside Tatum. Holiday taking his time here. Tatum, a screen on Gilgeous-Alexander. The shot by Holiday, no good. And Williams has got the ball here for the Thunder. Pass to Gilgeous-Alexander. Dort, a screen on White. To the paint. Here's Holmgren. Tatum pulls it in.
Well, you got to miss sometimes, but that one seemed like a gimme.
Outside Holiday. Tatum against Gilgeous-Alexander. Now here's Tatum. Still no points. Over Gilgeous-Alexander. And it's Tatum missing. There's 1:54 left in the opening quarter. Let's check in with our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Chet Holmgren makes up for his light frame with aggression. He said, quote, "You don't have to take a second look at me now to know that I'm not the biggest dude width-wise, so I have to hit first. Otherwise, the game's not going to go in my favor when things get physical," unquote. Brian, you agree?
I do, and you can tell he just refuses to back down, Allie. Now here's Tatum. Shoots over Hartenstein. And he gets it to go, hitting off the back of the rim.
Yeah, you have to be able to take mid-range jumpers at times. I know it's not a high-value shot, but for Tatum, sometimes that's what the defense gives him.
And we've got a timeout called by Mark Daigneault. He wants to review the game plan. So Boston going with almost an entirely new group here. Kornet's checked in for Kristaps Porzingis. Horford comes in for Jason Tatum. Hauser, he's checked in for White. And Pritchard is subbed in for Drew Holiday. So Oklahoma City going with almost an entire new group here. Williams is checked in for Hartenstein. Wiggins comes in for Holmgren. Wallace, he's checked in for Dort. And it's Alex Caruso in for Gilgeous-Alexander. Now here's Wiggins. Pass to Williams. Fires the three. Hauser grabs the board. Celtics trail by 3. Trying to find a spark here.
Yes, indeed. A rough stretch offensively. They could really use a basket.
They double team Horford. Here's Brown. 6 to shoot. The shake. And he lays it in.
And I love how Brown is never in a rush. So calm, even with the shot clock up against him.
Here's Williams. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Williams has got 5 now.
This guy can do so much for you on the offensive end, and that is why his number gets called time and time again.
We've got 22 seconds left in the first quarter. Outside, Brown. To the inside, Kornet. Kick out to Brown. They shoot again. And he gets it to go off the front iron.
Taking people to school with moves like that.
Well, a good close contest so far as we finish the first quarter. Thunder out in front, leading by a point. And back to the start of the second quarter in just a moment. And some good action in the books as we get back to a game that's been pretty close so far here. And what do you guys think about the Thunder here in this one?
It's simple. The main takeaway from the first quarter is they're winning this game with defense.
I think across the board, a number of guys who've done a great job guarding multiple positions.
All right, Grant, which U.S.-born player do you think has the best chance to supplant LeBron as the face of the league?
Oh, man, you're putting me on the spot, B.A. Well, the conversation has to be between Jason Tatum, Ja Morant, and Anthony Edwards. They're the best young talent that the U.S. has to offer, and they're only getting better.
On the court for the Thunder, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander is out there with Cason Wallace. Then it's Williams. Then it's Aaron Wiggins, and it's Caruso in at small forward. Now here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Taking it inside, SGA.
Well, that's SGA in a nutshell right there. Quickness, length, guile, finishing on the interior.
The drive by Tatum. Tatum draws the double. Pass to Hauser from outside the arc. Sinks it from distance. Hauser's gotten himself going here. His first points of the game on the deep ball. And here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Six on the shot clock. The determination from Gilgeous-Alexander.
Yeah, teams will try to get physical with SGA, but make sure you understand that wiry frame is big-time strong.
And the expression, not enough touches to go around. Do the Celtics risk falling into that trap, Doris?
Well, first and foremost, BA, if that's a problem for you, it's a good one to have. I think the key here is with all the weapons available, you have to have some personal sacrifice. And to this point, this team has been willing to do that.
So it's Oklahoma City now. The Celtics making their last shot. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. And the shot goes. Gilgeous-Alexander's got 8 points.
Good execution. They're getting some short-range looks here.
And we're about 2 minutes into the second quarter here. Tatum, a screen on Gilgeous-Alexander. Pritchard, no good.
And you just can't afford to give up that kind of look very often.
Wallace Wallace's shot is good. And it's a 4-point Thunder lead. The Celtics have gone 2 of 4 here in the second quarter. Screen by Horford. There's Tatum with the 3. Tatum drills the 3.
You have got to be in Tatum's space. This guy is such a terrific range shooter.
And we've got a timeout called by Mark Daigneault. He wants a few moments to regroup with his players.
Fans now on the court is your Fight Squad. Get loud and let them hear it. Who wants the t-shirt?
So Boston going with almost an entire new group here. Porzingis has checked in for Horford. Jaylen Brown comes in for Hauser. Derek White's checked in for Craig. And Holiday subbed in for Pritchard. A big group substitution here for Oklahoma City. Hartenstein, he's checked in for Williams. Chet Holmgren comes in for Wiggins. Williams is checked in for Caruso. And it's Dort in for Wallace. Thunder with a lead. And we're now a little over 2.5 minutes into the second. Hartenstein passes to Williams. Hartenstein with a screen on Brown. Williams from long range. And there's a whistle. That's going to go on Lou Dort. That's his first foul of the game.
And the vision is far past his years. Williams with great decision making.
The Celtics have gone 3 of 5 since the beginning of the second. Outside Holiday. And here's Brown for 3. That one falls. Nice feed that time from Holiday. Brown's got 7 points in the game.
Jaylen Brown with the immediate answer from three-point territory. Yes, sir.
Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. And out of bounds. Boston will have it. Of course, even as he gets up there in age, Jrue Holiday is still an elite defender.
Brian, it's really remarkable how valuable a piece he is. They call him the Swiss Army knife because he is one of those rare individuals that can guard all 5 positions. He understands schemes. He's willing to mix things up. Jrue Holiday is elite, period.
Tries to keep it alive. And so the ball out of bounds. Gilgeous-Alexander touched it last. A chance here to catch up with Allie from the sideline.
Hey, Brian, a key concept preached by Celtics head coach Joe Mazzulla and reiterated by Jaylen Brown, who says it's reading the game, realizing fast but playing slow. We're the more talented team, he said. We have to be the smarter team as well. And when we do that, we're going to be tough to beat. Brian?
Well, they certainly have been, Allie. Thanks for that. And Gilgeous-Alexander's got the ball here for the Thunder. Here's Holmgren. Chet not messing around inside.
And before he even leaves the floor, Holmgren has the ball at rim level.
Outside White. Tatum inside. Holmgren's there. So it'll be 2 free throws. He was fouled in the act of shooting. It's going to go on Chet Holmgren.
Well, that was clearly a foul.
All right, guys, what do you think about the offensive approach we've seen so far for the Thunder?
In the early goings, their effort level has been exceptional. They're speeding around the defense and opening up options with good penetration.
I think the other thing they've done a great job of is making their presence felt inside, converting tons of paint opportunities.
First free throw is good.
What impresses me about Jason Tatum are his work habits, his commitment in the offseason to adding something else to his arsenal. We know he can play high-level basketball on both ends. The sky is the limit.
Caruso, he's checked in for Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. Hits one, then misses the second attempt from the line. Grant, how about the rise of OKC? In just 2 years, transforming from a 24-win team to the top seed.
Incredible, B.A. The Thunder drafted well and gave those picks lots of playing time. Plus, they made some fantastic trades. And of course, don't forget, OKC still has a boatload of picks.
Well, if the defense gives him that shot next time, they could get burned. I think he's just a little bit out of rhythm. Boy, a wide open shot from his favorite spot. That is one he'd like to have back.
Now here's Williams. Give him 8 points now. Dort to screen on Holiday. And here's Caruso outside. The rebound, Celtics. White looking it over. Second shot opportunity, and so he draws the foul, headed to the line to shoot a pair.
When you are the aggressor, being assertive, very often you're going to get the whistle, as Derek White did there.
This is his second trip to the line in the game. And Joe Mazzulla calls timeout here. He'll take the opportunity to regroup.
There they are. Make some noise for Celtics Entertainment.
Horford's checked in for Boston.
Shooting two.
The first free throw is good. One thing you can say about Boston, Grant, they know how to put a team together.
Yeah, the Celtics' consistency of winning is just impressive, both now and throughout their entire history. They are really the gold standard in this league, and it's mostly because of great draft picks and great trades.
And it's tied up with that one. And, of course, Boston winning 8 consecutive titles from 1959 to 1966. Doris, you think we'll ever see a streak like that again?
BA, I think that's almost impossible in this day and age. With free agency, with more salary cap restrictions, it's just hard to win 2 in a row these days, let alone 8. My goodness.
Williams misses.
Just terrible defense. I don't know how he missed that shot.
Brown inside. Williams defending. Pass to Horford. Porzingis against Holmgren. Just 4 to shoot. Porzingis passes to Brown. Horford can't hit.
Boy, in that close, he's almost automatic. Boy, that's pretty good defense. Wow.
Caruso outside. There's 10 seconds left in the second. with the fadeaway. And that one's good. Holmgren. Holmgren's got 4 points this quarter.
Boy, you cannot leave him alone like that. Good form on the fadeaway jumper.
And the first half comes to a conclusion in a game that's been very close so far. Oklahoma City ahead, up by 2. And we'll return shortly. And as we get into this third quarter, as we've seen so far, neither team able to create much separation on the scoreboard. You have to like what we're seeing from Shai Gilgeous-Alexander.
Yeah, tonight he's done a great job of slashing through the lane and finishing.
And part of that has to do with his mindset. He has been looking to push the action at every opportunity, and he has been in attack mode all night.
Here's Holiday. No points yet. The two Jays, Brown at the 3 and Tatum at the 4. Holiday at the 1 with White at the 2. And it's Porzingis in at the 5. And that's the group for Joe Mazzulla as we begin the second half.
Now, Jaylen Brown gets his feet set in the catch and shoot and just drills it.
Gilgeous-Alexander passes to Dort. Pass to Holmgren. The 3. Rebound Boston. Porzingis has got 5 rebounds tonight. Well, Doris, you watch Kristaps Porzingis at the defensive end. He changes a lot of shots.
There is no doubt, B.A. It's 7'2". It isn't just simply about sending shots back. It's about changing the trajectory. But I think as importantly, guys don't want to go in the lane because of his presence.
Gilgeous-Alexander passes to Hartenstein. And here's Dort. Pass to Gilgeous-Alexander.